mother came from Russia, a satchel on her knee. My grandfather had his father's cap he brought from Italy. They'd heard about a country where life might let them win. They paid the fare to America and there they melted in. A lovely lady Liberty with her book of recipes and the finest one she's got is the great American melting pot, the great American melting pot.
You will watch a comprehensive video and picture compilation on Chapter 1 of the text, Who Gets What's and How. You have already learned about the melting pot narrative, so now it's time to get to the nitty-gritty of economy, governments, and so much more.
Important. Everyone born in America is automatically a citizen, and many people choose to become citizens every year so that they can have a say in the government. The USA is a republic, which means that we elect representatives to govern us, and a democracy, which means that citizens are allowed to participate. This ability to participate is something we take for granted, but we shouldn't. History tells us that citizen participation is the exception rather than the rule. The way people can participate in government is through voting, and many people will tell you that that's pretty much the only way we can participate in government or politics, but they're wrong! And I love pointing out when people are wrong. Let's go.
Procedural law sets forth the procedures for the administration of justice. Substantive law sets forth the rights and responsibilities of citizens. Procedural law is generally divided between civil and criminal procedure. The law of criminal procedure governs the way that criminal matters are handled by the courts. For example, a criminal procedure rule may govern the number of jurors necessary to form a jury deciding a criminal matter. Other rules may define the manner of presentation of evidence by the prosecution and defense. The law of civil procedure governs lawsuits. For example, if someone sues another person in connection with injuries caused by a motor vehicle collision, the law of civil procedure would govern the way that the court handles the case. Substantive law might define certain behavior as being criminal. If someone is arrested for violating this law, the law of criminal procedure would govern the handling of the criminal case from the point of arrest through sentence. Another substantive law might define the duties of a driver of an automobile. If the driver violated those rules or caused injuries as a result of that violation, the law of civil procedure governs that remedy available to the injured party and sets forth the procedures necessary for that party to recover damages against the negligent party.
Anarchy, the most extreme form of non-authoritarian government. People advocate anarchy because they value the freedom to do whatever they want more than they value the order and security that governments provide by forbidding or regulating certain kinds of behavior. Democracy. Government is not external to the people as it is in authoritarian systems. In a fundamental sense, government is the people. Countries such as United States, Sweden, Japan, South Korea, and India are all examples. In an authoritarian system, rulers decide how citizens should live and imposes substantive guarantees to regulate life. Countries such as China, North Korea, Saudi Arabia, and Cuba are all examples of this.
Few hundred years though, money has gone from being a tool to being the centre, the very purpose of our collective life. And this has happened as we adopted capitalism as the global economic model. The number one rule of capitalism is this: make more capital. The logic behind this rule is that capital makes all other things possible. With capital, which is just money and property in various forms, you can get food, housing, healthcare, a college education.
So if you fail to comply with a law outside of the United States where they don't have these policies that we do, the consequence can be much different because they have the power to do whatever they want to you. You failing to comply to them is like an ultimate disrespect. They either have the right to kill you, punish you, or you're going to go through some type of mistreatment. But once again, authority in the United States, that power is given. And we know that they have this power, but even though they have this authority over us, they still have to go through many, many different steps in order to execute that authority that they have, because they have to go about it in the right way. It can't just be unjust. So in the end, when asked what is the difference between power and authority, power is simply not given by someone. That power is something that they already have or they took. Authority is something that we know is okay, and this power is given to them.
Although America is composed of millions of different ethnicities, races, backgrounds, cultures, languages, religions, viewpoints, and opinions, we all have one thing in common: being citizens of America.